Welcome back. I have been waiting for this moment all morning. It is time for our warm and fuzzy interview that I truly adore. This is the Pet Project. And in our sponsored segment by Baldwin Subaru, we are joined by Anna Zarilla, CEO of the Louisiana SPCA. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I am so good and so much better now that we've got a sweet pup with us.
Yes, this is Unicorn, and she is just a super sweet 1-year-old pup. Had to have been somebody's pet, as many of the animals at the Louisiana SPCA have been. She loves treats and food, so the smells in the kitchen right now in the studio are
She's like
really,
wanting to scoot over there.
She wants a little sample, and she would be a great addition to a family, and we have so many great pets available for adoption right now.
You know, you mentioned that she was probably somebody's pet, which, you know, hurts my heart to hear, but maybe somebody does have to forfeit their pet for cost reasons or family reasons, whatever. I think there's this myth that pets at the shelter are not good pets, or they're flawed in some way, and the reality is they're great pets.
Yes, and so one of the things I like to do, and I encourage people to do, is imagine a backstory for the pet that really helps you let go of some of those myths. So most of the animals that come into us belong to someone. And so something had to have happened in that person's life. Maybe they lost their job. Maybe there was a health issue. Maybe they had to move and just couldn't afford the pet deposit. And so it was nothing to do with the pet's behavior, with you know, anything the pet did, but it often helps when you can imagine the previous family really having hit a hard time. And for those that are brought to the Louisiana SPCA, I am always grateful because they know that when they bring them to us, they're going to have all the best care, and we're going to work our hardest to find them another home.
That's right.
And I think that's a huge gift that we often forget when people have to give up that pet. They could just let them go on the street. They could just, you know, abandon them in a yard, but instead, you know,
they're trying to get them to the right people who can hopefully help find them a home.
Exactly, and that I think makes it easier.
Yeah, I think a lot of people also may have this kind of myth that if they're looking for a certain type of pet, well, they don't want to go to the shelter. They're going to have to buy it from a breeder or something like that. But there are actually all kinds of pets. It's not just mutts, which I have a mutt, and mutts are wonderful and beautiful. But if you are looking for a certain size dog or age dog, you can find all kinds.
All kinds. I am amazed. Right now we have a German Shepherd, we have a Beagle, we have a Poodle, we get Shih Tzu mixes, we get the New Orleans, you know, mixed dog, which often is one of the best dogs you can get.
Yeah.
And we provide a gift of dog training. So we partner with the Good Pup, which is a national group that does in-home online training. So they zoom into your home with you or your yard or wherever you want to and help you work on any of the skills that your pet needs to be able to transition to your new home.
Yeah, I was trying to coax her over here. But she was like, I'll just take the treat, thanks. Another myth that people have is that adoption is expensive.
So one of the things I always tell people when they ask, what is the adoption cost? So normally a small dog is about $200, a younger dog is about $200, because those pets often have had a lot of veterinary care, all of their vaccinations.
They're coming to you healthy.
Right, so you are getting them totally done and ready to go. And our bigger dogs, we discount that adoption fee. Normally it's about $90. And again, they are done and ready to go right now because so many shelters are just busting at the seams. We are one of those. We are discounting our adoption fees, and we do this periodically through the year. So all of our larger dogs, 35 pounds and up, which is actually not that big, we have waived the adoption fees. And for the smaller ones, like Unicorn, we have dropped the adoption fee to $25. So it is very affordable. We send you home with a bag of dog food that we feed in the shelter so that the dog doesn't have a tummy upset when they get home.
And they can transition.
And so many tips and things that you can do when you get home to make that transition as easy as possible.
Well, Anna, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Absolutely.
Unicorn. I wish I could take you home with me, but I hope you find a home soon.
And people can find more photos online of all of our adoptables.
Okay, perfect. Make sure you go check that out at the LASPCA. Thanks so much.